Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato. This is Oxygen Not Included. Boy, oh boy, I'm loving this game right now. So, last episode, we ended up getting a brand new dude, which was quite nice. We've got another dude coming along in 1,600 seconds, however many minutes that is. We were so close to hitting the oxygen production generation, you know, we were so close to hitting our stride with that, but unfortunately we let that slip, and we're pretty much out of algae, which is really annoying, and something that I'm not super happy with. So today we are really going to try and focus on getting some of this algae that's just chilling around, because there is a lot, right? There is a lot down here, but it's gonna take effort to get it, that's for sure. And with the construction of all of these algae terrarium things, which is good, right? Because they obviously consume the carbon dioxide that is output from this coal generator. So it is good to have these things around. But obviously, it's not ideal that they consume quite a lot of algae. Algae. I still have no idea how to say it. I don't know why we're taking bottled water from over here when it's just as accessible over in this area. This area is full with carbon dioxide. This entire area is full with carbon dioxide. The entire area is literally unbreathable. Wow, okay, this is a real issue, actually. I did not realize that this was as much of a pressing issue. But this is slightly toxic gas around here? Shit, dude, this is really not fantastic in the slightest. This is not good. We need to step up our game a little bit. Well, this is already priority 7, so I don't know what the big hoo-ha's about, quite frankly. We're doing fine for calories. We did have a little bit of a calorie crisis, a calorific crisis point, but that's okay. We seem to resolve that. Now there is, I mean, we could do something like this. I think we actually might do something like this, because this will get us access to a brand new oxygen pocket, and it should clear up some of the air down here. That's the plan anyway. And it'll also get us to a little bit of algae, although not very much at all. But it's better than nothing. You are running out of oxygen, indeed, and I'm very worried about that, actually. Still, there is a lot of water here, and we don't have the fluid dynamics stuff. We've got the gas dynamics, the gas pump. But I don't know how that actually works. I don't quite know understand how that gas stuff actually works. And besides, I don't think it's really going to, you know, we've got carbon dioxide over here, we've got oxygen over here, but it's barely breathable oxygen over here. Like, it's not great. It's, you know, we're not in a great situation. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't really matter where we pump the carbon dioxide to, because it'll still be shit. I suppose maybe if we pump the carbon dioxide up to here, then that would be maybe a step in the right direction, because we've got a lot of shit over there. How's our battery doing? Our battery's doing fine. I'm presuming we need coal. We should have coal somewhere. Do we not have any coal? Consumable ore. Yeah, we got 1,200 kilograms of coal. So we only need 500 kilograms for that machine. Generator, even. Horatio, researching pressure management. Good stuff, good lads. I'm very proud. We are getting intermediate research, which is really nice. Gas valve, increases or decreases liquid volume, and mechanized airlock. Yeah, that's what we're after, because we want to try and explore these vacuums. But that's something that's not going to be possible unless we clear up this air situation over here. Kind of fast, actually. We want to get that done pronto. All right, let's queue up that over there. Let's harvest. I guess we'll dig that up then. Fuck, we need to get access to this stuff here. The algae. Yes. I really should have planned this better, but it's okay. It's okay. As long as we can get some algae in good time, then I'm not worried. And doing the construction over here should give us access to a little bit more, which is kind of nice. Please, dear God, just build this fucking ladder quickly. Because the oxygen situation is fucking bad, man. It's really, really bad. It's really, really bad. I think we're gonna have to dig this out, actually. Forget this. We don't need to prioritize that. We just need to connect these two areas, because there's not much oxygen in this area. So, let's do some emergency digging. Our stress levels are 1%. Stress doesn't really seem to matter much at the moment, which is kind of nice. This might have an impact on all of the breathable gas in this area, so I'm relatively hopeful that that's going to change. Looks like the carbon dioxide should theoretically sort itself out. Now, is there any way that I can... It's plumbing here. Is there any way that I can just stick this in here? Gas vent. A gas pump? In here, like... No, not in there like that. That's stupid. Fuck, wrong one. Yeah, so, wait a second. So, gas vent, an output for the gas. Put that there. Gas pipe, link that up. Put that there. And then that there, right? Let's see if that works. So, that may make some sort of a difference to the oxygen levels. I'm hoping that we can suck the oxygen up here and stick it around this area. But it looks like it's already having the desired effect. Fingers crossed. That's the plan anyway. We're doing fine for calories. We're doing fine for all of that good stuff. You need algae. Everyone needs algae, whatever. Our oxygen situation, it could be worse. It could be worse. And I think that doing this has made some sort of a difference. But it seems that we're building some gas infrastructure that should aid us. That's the plan anyway. We're getting through this water over here. No big deal. We've got loads more water to go through. A load of carbon dioxide right there, which is just incredible, actually. A lot of carbon dioxide. Yeah. We are probably going to be running out of coal in the near future, because this thing takes a lot of coal per day. As a percentage of the amount of coal that's around us, it's going to take a lot of coal. Basically like an ore block a day. More than an ore block a day. Almost 2 ore blocks a day, actually. But that's okay. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. It's okay. I know everyone is kind of stressing right now, but don't worry about it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And let's put some tiles down. Use this as a wall. I still don't understand the difference. Blocks the flow of liquid without obstructing the flow of gas. So where would we find that useful? I guess maybe like over here if we wanted to connect this area underground, under the water, so the water didn't seep through. I guess that's kind of cool. Gas vent overpressurized. I mean, how is it overpressurized? Yeah, oxygen management is one of those things that I'm just gonna have to get used to doing, because I think that it's gonna become way more important as it goes, as it goes later and later and later into the game. Gas valve, liquid valve, and mechanized airlock. Beautiful. That means, most importantly, we can select a new thingamabobber. A new thingamabobber to research. Electrical wire. Fuck me, it's a god-awful, ugly wire, but it might actually just work. The pressurized airlock. Where do we find the pressurized airlock? It's in plumbing. Liquid valve. Increase or decrease the amount of liquid volume in the pipes to maintain... Really interested in that. Pneumatic door. Mechanized airlock. Oh. Interesting. Not enough materials. What do we need? raw metal, 400 kilograms. Apparently we just straight up just don't have enough metal. I mean, that's okay, because there's a lot of metal up here that we will eventually come to getting. We look to be doing okay-ish for algae, but not really up to a level that I'm comfortable with. And after that, let's place down, what is it? It's just sandstone that we need for this, right? I'm pretty sure it's just sandstone. Let's get all that in there, and then let's just fill that in as well, because fuck me, I just don't want this place to look like ass, you know? I don't want this place to look like ass at all. And after that, I think we should probably continue our big old ladder down, and that should result in us being able to dig out some of these beautiful, beautiful green wee organisms that seem to be inhabiting all of the walls, which is fantastic. And exactly what we're after. So, you are now pumping in oxygen, I hope. And you're outputting... Gas is overpressurized. Like, how can we make it not overpressurized? Interesting. But it does look like it's working, right? Like there's definitely a large amount of oxygen coming in here, which is kind of nice. It's probably also got to do with the you know, the algae deoxidizer. That's pretty important for operation, I think. Someone still doesn't have a bed. Yeah, you don't have a bed, unfortunately. I want to rectify that. I also want to deconstruct that little bit of pipe over there. We are definitely in need of a whole bunch of algae, so let's queue up the digging of all of this stuff. I think that's all. I think that's all the stuff that we're after. So let's give that a crack. After that, we might want to try doing something with, like, carbon dioxide and, like, water pumping. You know, like, we could, I think the whole idea, right, is that carbon dioxide falls. Carbon dioxide falls to the bottom. This is one of the best areas, actually. But what we could do is we could pump the oxygen, or we could pump the carbon dioxide into, like, this tank area, and we could do that through the gas permeable tiles. I think that's what would happen. Uh-oh. There was almost a problem there, but that's okay. It fixed itself. Unreachable. How is that unreachable? I don't understand. Let's try and fix that, I guess. I do want to get over here, but that's currently not very possible. Let's get liquid piping, because liquid piping is actually something that is relatively easy to do, and also something that I will definitely have use for, because I can pump all of the liquid over to this area and access this area. That would be super nice if we could do that. I am also getting a little bit anxious because I want to start getting access to all of these other resources that we currently do not have access to. The puffs over there, just chilling. That's good. Contaminated oxygen, contaminated water. Yeah, I don't really... I don't have the balls to go and see what's happening over there. Alright, but this is good. We should be able to access all of this area now, which is really, really nice. There's no way that I can, like, sort the oxygen, though, is there? That would probably be too easy. But if there was a way that I could... If there was a way that I could, you know, test what was in the oxygen, or test what was in the air, and then pump the carbon dioxide to one place and pump the oxygen to another place, that would be ideal. But I don't think that that's entirely possible right now. But this seems to be working. I am slowly decreasing the amount of breathable oxygen in this area, but it's all being pumped up to an area it's quite nice. Max gas pressure. Why is the max gas pressure quite high. Like, I don't think it should be that high. I feel that gas vent overpressurized. Yeah, this is not so hot right now. This is not so hot. Let's try something else. Let's try something else. Okay, so let's get the plumbing whatchamajooda out. Let's get a gas pump. In fact, no, we can't because we need more metal for that. So let's queue up a little bit more metal to be dug out. I'm sure somebody will eventually get to it. But that is kind of nice. It's all kind of good that we're making it all work here. Quite happy. Quite happy how this is going, quite frankly. It seems that these algae-terium things are pretty freaking useless, but that's okay, I suppose. It's not the end of the world. Now we're talking. We're going to be digging up loads of the green stuff, which is exactly what we're after. And that should allow us to fill up a whole bunch of these things, because they're all requiring algae. A little bit annoying, but there you go. The oxalite will no doubt be out rather soon. We're already starting to see it deteriorating, which kind of sucks, but what can you do, eh? Alright, I'm gonna deconstruct this thing. I'm also gonna deconstruct this, and I'm gonna try and make something a little bit more sensible, because it seems that the oxygen in this area is now fine. I'm kind of concerned that the gas pressure is so high, but I plan on rectifying that. Right? So, I want to deconstruct pretty much all of the stuff in here. There we go. I don't really want to deconstruct the tiles, but I don't understand how I can get away with doing that. So, here's the plan. I'm going to try my very best to put down a... Where is it? Fuck, I forget that it's in plumbing, right? But it's really... It really shouldn't be. Okay, so draws in gas and runs it through a connected gas pipe. Can I turn this around? Is this possible? So gas flows from output and input valves. Okay, great. Is this possible for me to turn around? I don't think it's possible for me to turn around. I guess it doesn't particularly matter. I'll stick it there. Alright, grand. Now, the gas pipe is going to come down here. And go over this area. And then we put in a gas permeable tile. Here's where we see what happens. In fact, maybe we don't even put... Yeah, we put down a gas permeable tile here. And then we put a vent. We put a vent here. And then connect it up with a gas pipe. I have no idea if that's going to work. Literally no idea if that's going to work. I'm very hopeful, though. Yeah, I also didn't want to take apart these tiles, so I'm going to put them back in place. It only seems right. But fuck me, it could go very badly wrong here. I'm just curious to see exactly what's going to happen. Is water going to kill everyone? I am worried that that might be the case, but that's okay. Electricity, power. There is already power running through this area, but that's not really a concern for us because we'll probably end up using it eventually anyway. How is the science going? Liquid piping, 15 out of 20. Not bad. Not bad at all if I do say so myself. Yeah, I feel that as this game goes on, it is almost certainly going to become more and more and more about oxygen management over everything else. Got a new duplicate coming along nicely. But yeah, I do feel that oxygen management is going to be what this game is all about. And it's just about me figuring out how the hell I'm supposed to get the optimal setup, so to speak. I do want to get some more cots as well, because everyone seems to be needing a cot. And when I say everyone, I mean one person needs a cot. Okay, and the reason that I'm trying, by the way, to get this water, to get the air pumped underneath the water is because I think it would be a really cool thing to see what happens. In fact, no, wait a second. I've done this the wrong way around. I need it to be a gas permeable tile here. Wait a second. Gas permeable tile needs to be here. Yep. Gas permeable tile needs to be there. And then a vent in plumbing. I always forget where it is, as I mentioned. Vent needs to be there, and then the pipe needs to be there. Okay, that's what I wanted. So basically, no water will be able to come in here, which is grand. Which is exactly what we want. I'm going to cancel all that so that we can get this construction on pronto style. Yeah, so if this could be done, like, I don't know, like a priority number 8, I think. Research complete. Fantastic. Great news. If that could be completed nice and fast, then that would be great, thanks. Okay, research is complete, which is great. Liquid piping technology was unlocked through the power of science. Liquid pipe, bridge. Alright, great. Now we can actually start looking at pumping the water out of here so we can get access to all of this lovely, lovely algae at the very bottom. It's going to be interesting. That is for sure. Also, I don't know if fertilizer can decay, so we might have to be on high alert for there being some sort of an issue with this little bridge there. So that's definitely something we need to stay around for. Wow, holy shit, we need to up our oxygen production massively. Like, holy shit, massively. Well, ladies and gents, we're going to be doing that in the next episode because that's the end of this one. Ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name has been Orbital. I'll see you next time. Bye.